What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. My number 5 favorite game that kicks my ass. Star Wars Imperial Assault. This is probably the most thematic of Star Wars games, the most immersive that I've played. And there's a lot of great immersive, fun, thematic Star Wars games out there. But this one, especially with its dual purpose of being able to do a head-to-head skirmish or being able to play a one-verse-all campaign style, or even just using an app to get rid of the one and everyone can play on the same team. I like the fact that this has a role-playing game aspects without being a true role-playing game. The characters in the game are going to increase in skill and talents, and as they progress, they will be getting more useful weapons, items, and gear. The components for this game, I love. They are all very high-quality games, game pieces. They've stood the test of time with me and the 20-sided warriors here, that's for sure. I also love the fact that this tells side stories, you could say. Although it takes place during the Rebel era of Star Wars, you're not involved really in the main stories that we all know from the movies and the episodes. This is a side reality that you're going to get to play through. However, I do love the fact that you still interact with iconic figures in the game. Now, this game, this is strange because I have always won playing as the Imperials, but I have always lost when playing the Rebels. My number 4 favorite board game that kicks my ass. The Thing, Infectionate Outpost 31. I gotta say, this game is highly faithful to the source material, the IP stuff that it comes from, by the levels of paranoia and tension that this does deliver into the whole gaming system. It comes through perfectly, even though this is just a board game. It does have hidden role mechanics, which is, of course, perfect if you know the source material. There are people that will be infected, and those that aren't. And so, yeah, the hidden role aspect comes through really, really well. There's a very strong theme running through this game of investigation and sabotage. And I like that because that mirrors the movie very well, bringing the movie to life in a cardboard fashion. The game also has a great way of building a narrative story arc, which I feel gives the game a bit of a cinematic experience while the players are playing the game. I've also noticed that something I like about this game is that it promotes high levels of player interaction. I mean, really coming down to the fact that, you know, it's all hidden role, hidden traitor mechanic. Of course, there is going to have to be a lot of interaction, but not just that, but also the way you have to help each other, the way you need to chip in and pitch in, or you don't. All telltale signs of this hidden role mechanic that I love so much. The game has high replayability, really high replayability. It's never going to be anywhere close to the same game twice. That's beautiful. That's great. We love games like that. We need more of them. I have never won this game. Never. Me and the 20-sided warriors. Whenever that game is at this table, we have lost. My number 3 favorite board game that kicks my ass. Pandemic, Reign of Cthulhu. Ah, man, this is a rough one. So I love the fact that thematically speaking, there's very strong immersion into the whole sense of the Lovecraftian world, the elder beings, the old ones. It pulls at you. The thematic sense is so strong. And I gotta say, the really creepy artwork on the cards and on the board definitely helps pull you into this immersive world. Now, the thematic twists that it has on the classic Pandemic work absolutely great. I love the way it all works out. Changing things like adding sanity trackers, which there's nothing like that in the Pandemic game, but of course, that's like 100% on target if you're, talking about something based on Lovecraft's work and the mythos stuff. Yes. Now, this game is a little more streamlined than the base game, and because of that, not only is it a little easier to pick up quicker for new players, but it does cause the game to play a little bit faster. There's a little less lag time, I feel, between this and the original game. This, just like Pandemic builds up tension, so does this, but I feel that this game brings it more. I feel that this game, the tension and the anxiety is even stronger and more palpable, I think, than the original Pandemic. This is a game that neither me nor any of the 20-sided warriors at my table, we have never won a game of Pandemic Reign of Cthulhu. My number 2 favorite board game that kicks my ass. Return to Dark Tower. All right, this is, I think I lose a little more than 50%. This isn't the worst game on my list of games I have trouble dealing with, but definitely I do lose more than I win with this. Now, the tower, man, the new updated tower from the 80s game, this is so highly impressive. The amount of technology and work that they put into it is definitely a chef's kiss. The game is geared specifically to give you an epic cinematic feel. Things are happening. The tower is in control of this, beautifully so, keeping track of everything, including changes in the world and the environment, depending on which of the very many combinations between boss and minions that you can pick when setting up this game. Now, this is made to work in multiple modes. It works great as a solo, it works great as cooperative, and it really, really shines as a competitive game versus everyone versus everyone else. It really does work well that way. And the way the game is designed, whether you're doing it solo, cooperative, or competitive, there is so much strategy that you are dealing with, especially since you don't always know how long each month is gonna last. Each game is broken down to a series of months. You don't know how many months, and nor do you know how many turns you're getting in each month. And that causes a little bit of tension, suspense that you wouldn't have expected from a Dark Tower game. Really, really high replayability too. You can just play this game over and over and over again. It's not going to stop. It's fantastic. You got to try it. It has a great app. My number 1 favorite board game that kicks my ass. Fuse. Oh, man, I gotta tell you, whether it's with others or solo, I have gotten my ass kicked 100% of the time with this game. Jeez Louise. And it works best with the app. You don't need the app. Any timer will work. You can use an egg timer. But yeah, well, you have to keep flipping it for enough to get the 10-minute timer going. But yeah, you really want the app. The app brings this game to life in a really great cinematic way. You feel like you are definitely inside some action movie, and yeah, the countdown is happening. Your life is in jeopardy. It delivers that feeling. It really does. The puzzling aspect of dice placement in this game, especially since you have to do everything real time as that timer is ticking down, just adds to the anxiety of this game. But it's a fun anxiety by the end of the 10 minutes, because that's all it is. It really is a fun anxiety that it delivers. It's like no downtime. One of the things that kills other games is player downtime. Well, this doesn't have any, really. Not really, because everything is happening so fast in real time that downtime barely exists to the point where you don't even notice it. I'm telling you, this is all about replayability and teamwork. Those are the two key words, I think, about this game. Teamwork, 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 and you're going to be able to replay this pretty much constantly. I also like the way it scales. It scales well for the number of players that you're using, as well as the difficulty setting that you want to put it at. Yeah, it is a tough game that I've never won. And those are my 5 favorite board games that kick my ass.